let's move on to another management then who's joining us on the show. The management of MapMyIndia, that's the next corporate on our radar. The company has laid out a 5-year plan, accordingly, where they're targeting around 1,000 crores of revenue and expect $1 billion of addressable market by FY28. Rohan Verma, the CEO and ED of MapMyIndia, joins us on the show. Hi, Rohan. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining in. Always good speaking to you. Well, you have a goal of close to around 1,000 crores odd. Currently you're at sub 300 crores. All of this is going to be organic, or do you have inorganic plans as well?
Hi, Nigel. Thanks for having me. Yeah, these are all organic. We've quite simply laid out, the growth that we'll see by increasing our volume in automotive by 3x, in mobility with IoT by 10x, in the corporate world, volume of customers by 5x, and in the government world by 6x. So it's all organic, and other things will play out as they have to. But this is a quite simple path forward based on our bullishness and what we see already in the market, with more and more customers adopting more and more use cases of our wide product and platform portfolio.
All right, Rohan, just a quick question, then we get that. It's going to be all organic. You're looking at scaling up the business. Got that. Your IoT part of the business, I think last year it was around 20% of your business, somewhere in that vicinity, 60 crores odd. Could you tell us what is the scaling up plan of that? And also margins out there had improved from around 1% to around 4%. What's the trajectory in terms of improvement out there?
Sure. Thanks a lot. The IoT business is doing quite well. As you saw last year, it grew about 140%. And what we've said is in this 5-year plan, it will grow about 10x from where it is right now. And so it'll be a contributor to the revenue. The good thing about IoT, as we've said before, is devices are followed by high margin SaaS income, and these are recurring. And once somebody installs a device in their vehicle, then they continuously need the service for the next few years. And so that creates stickiness. It also plays into the flywheel of our maps, where IoT device data actually helps further improve our maps. So it's quite core and strategic and interesting for our overall business. And of course, with scale, margins will also continue to rise.
Rohan, hi, morning. Just in a simple way, can you tell us, IoT was a reason for a lot of excitement a few years ago from a consumer B2C point of view, but I think where you come in is mostly all B2B. What are the most exciting applications of IoT as you're projecting this very large growth in that segment of your business? And through FY28, you will still be very much focused B2B, or are there any plans to get back into the B2C segment as well?
Thanks, Prashant. Yeah, if you look at the manufacturing story that is playing out in India, whether for consumption-based FMCG or consumer durables, or for just the industrials, all of it requires logistics. And in all of that, it requires our IoT and logistics SaaS solutions. So that's one use case where when any logistics, e-commerce, or manufacturing company needs to monitor and optimize the movement of the vehicles that are moving goods, even an automotive company with components and spares, they all need our IoT. And if you, on the other side, look at the EV fleets, whether on 4-wheeler or 2-wheeler, or even on the commercial vehicle side, all of them need to monitor and manage not just the vehicle movement, but also the battery status, battery health, powertrain status, efficiency of movement. So just these are two use cases. And then as you look to further improve safety on the roads, video telematics based on our IoT is becoming important, whether for buses or trucks or taxis, where people want to be able to know whose fault was it, or is the driver drowsy if an accident happens, or to prevent accidents. So these are just some of the use cases on B2B. And then to answer your question on B2C, definitely, there's a push within our company to, now that we've become bigger, stronger, and people are really liking our Mappls app, which is for consumer, saying that it offers many more features and many more capabilities around safe navigation or hyperlocal discovery and search compared to the incumbent default apps. So you'll see a bigger push from the company on the consumer side as well, aided, of course, by our Mappls gadgets, trackers, dash cameras, infotainment systems, which are also there for for consumers along with Mapple's app.
Okay, got that. Rohan, want to also talk about EVs because you've sort of spoken in the past that you do want to increase your penetration out there. I guess that business is slightly more profitable in terms of margin profile as well. Can you tell us what your EV plans are for this year? How much of the business will come from this sector, and what are you looking at ahead?
Thanks, Surbhi. Yeah, EVs require more technology. They require more monitoring. Consumers need to address their range anxiety issues. They need to find charge stations. And so we provide battery-efficient navigation. We tell you what is the most efficient route so that you minimize your battery usage. We tell you whether you can reach your destination or whether charge station is nearby. And we can monitor the health of the battery. So OEMs are working with us extensively on all their new EV launches, whether on the four-wheeler side, on the two-wheeler side, and most of the EVs that have come out in the market, we are already there. And we're also working with the EV fleet owners, again, on the four-wheeler side or two-wheeler side. So it's interesting. And as the EV market or segment rises, I think that will be another big driver where we are participating in and powering that growth.
Okay, so, give us a broad sense in terms of the business mix. You're saying 1,000 crores in revenue. In the past, you've said that margins should be at around that 40% mark. Do you retain that view? Or can margins get even better, perhaps, because you're looking at more EV penetration, and that's where, that's where the better margins are?
Sure. On the business mix, see, we have automotive customers, we have corporates, which are the digital economy customers, the big tech, the new age tech, mobility, e-commerce, fintech, as well as the traditional corporates across BFSI, FMCG, and the government as well, which is at local level, central level, state level. So there's a good mix of customers and market segments that we offer. With defense now, we are doing a lot more. In the drone space, we are doing a lot more when it comes to infrastructure development of the government. They are leveraging us for smart cities or road construction, etc. So the business mix is actually quite diversified. And we are very happy that we're able to participate and empower all the growth engines across sectors. In terms of profitability, yeah, we're a digital products and platforms company. So you continue to see high margins, 30+% PAT and 40% plus EBITDA. Our focus this last few weeks, as we did the Analyst and Investor Day, was really to be able to lay out all the different use cases and be able to communicate to investors what our customers and we see that there's a lot of growth and a lot of potential. And so that 1,000 crore plus milestone was kind of the key focus. And of course, profitability follows, being a digital products and platforms company.
All right, Rohan, we'll leave it there. It's always a pleasure having you with us here on CNBC TV 18, and we wish you all the good luck to you, your team, as you grow the business and achieve those FY28 targets. Well, that's MapMy India.